Welcome to the WrestleDream Control Center, everyone. I'm Tony Schiavone. Tonight, live from Seattle in the Climate Pledge Arena, our first ever WrestleDream pay-per-view. Tonight will be a night of great AEW action that you've come to expect. Plus, it'll be a night of remembrance as we honor the legacy of Japanese wrestling legend Antonio Inoki, who sadly passed away 1 year ago today, October 1st, 2022. In a moment, we'll tell you how you can join us on pay-per-view. But for our fans coming to the event live in Seattle, tickets at AEWTIX.com. And come early tonight. The event begins for you at 0 hour at 4 p.m. local time. All right, here's a look at this incredible card for tonight. Chris Jericho teams with Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega. What a team this will be. And they will face the Don Callis family, Konosuke Takeshita, Sammy Guevara, and Will Ospreay.
Look, Don, you stabbed me in the back.
We broke your body, Kenny. Now I'm gonna break your heart.
You threatened the ones that I love.
The next target of the Don Callis family is Kota Ibushi.
You betrayed your best friend.
You don't deserve to be a part of the family.
Jericho is dead to me, and I never want to see him again.
The newest member of the Don Callis family.
Oh, the screwdriver.
No.
Kenny Omega.
Jericho, Omega,
Ibushi unite to take out the Don Callis family at WrestleDream.
I've also got another family member.
The best wrestler in the world. Better than the Elite. Better than you.
You are gonna face the Don Callis family that's never been stronger.
See you in Seattle.
We're gonna finish it once and for all.
In a dream match, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, collides with the Zack Sabre Jr.
I told my daughter that once she turned 7, I would start finishing up on my career.
Dragon Bollocks, Bryan Danielson.
I'm a man who keeps my promises, especially to the people I love. So guess what? Time is running out.
About bloody time. I've been waiting, mate.
I will not go gently into that good night.
In 2008, you helped to kickstart my career. Darling, I've got some bad news for you. You don't have another year left.
I am Odysseus, headed home from the Trojan War, and I'm gonna fight the Cyclops. You're gonna have to tie me to the mast so I can face the Siren Song, and I'm gonna kick everybody's head in. If this is my last year, this will be the most epic year of my career.
But I can't think of a better time, a better place than WrestleDream.
I'm calling my shots! 10-1.
The whole event is in honor of Antonio Inoki.
Seattle, Washington, WrestleDream.
I can't think of a better way to honor Inoki-san than to find out who the best technical wrestler in the world really is.
If this is really going to be Bryan Danielson's last year, you can expect, as he said, the most critically acclaimed year of his career.
I'm not nervous to wrestle the great Bryan Danielson. No. I'm nervous that Bryan Danielson won't even make it to the match.
Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr. now takes on a second life, bigger than it would have been the first time, because now we've all had over a year to chew on it, to think about it.
There's a reason why this is one of the matches that I want in my last year as a full-time wrestler. There is nobody in the entire world that wrestles like Zack Sabre Jr.
In 2023, Bryan, I end your career.
Yeah, I think him saying that he's going to end my career is a recent thing, but I'm not ready yet.
The idea that the best really does bring out the best from the best is paramount to this matchup, and I think one of the reasons why Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. is on a whole other level.
Many have said that Zack Sabre Jr. can beat Dragon in a technical match. So if Dragon can put Sabre Jr. behind him, it will be a great first step on that journey home for Odysseus.
One thing that I think he lacks is a desire for violence. I like feeling the pain. I also like feeling when other people are in pain.
And that's beautiful, and that's poetic, but ultimately it's going to be a very violent run-in for Bryan Danielson, because there are a lot of people out there who want to have that match, who want to make their mark on the man who once was considered the best wrestler in the world.
He chickened out last year. Well, this year it will happen. AEW, make sure it bloody happens. Zack Sabre Jr., the best technical wrestler in the world.
One-on-one, and this has been brewing for quite a while. Swerve Strickland battles Hangman Adam Page.
When All Elite Wrestling started up, you, Hangman, were the cornerstone of this company. They helped build all this around you. You were handpicked from the hierarchy of All Elite Wrestling to be the franchise player, and look what you've done.
Being a former AEW champion, Adam Page certainly is going to have some confidence going into this match. But I think he's going to be far more inspired by the words of Swerve Strickland, who said that he didn't deserve all the opportunities that he got.
It's a shame, Hangman. It's a shame that your wife and kids got to see their father walk away from more responsibilities. You've gotten comfortable.
I don't think there's any doubt that Swerve Strickland struck a nerve with Adam Page.
That I've gotten comfortable with my spot here.
Don't worry about your family. Don't worry about your kids. Don't worry about your job. Don't worry about your wife, because you're gonna need an empty mind in order to deal with me.
When you talk about Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland at WrestleDream, you first have to address the elephant in the room.
I'm coming for that spot that you act like you don't even want.
In the heart of a pro wrestler, there is a pride that is never comfortable, that is always striving to be better.
Option A, move out of the way and let me take that slot.
I think Adam Page has to view Swerve Strickland as a threat to his spot.
Or option B, you pony up, you man up, you cowboy up, you do whatever you have to do to find that little spirit inside of you, that fire. Show me, show these people, show yourself what cowboy is all about.
Swerve Strickland, what a son of a bitch.
It's a shame that your wife and kids got to see their father walk away from more responsibilities.
This guy has the audacity, the galls to come out to the ring and say that he wants my spot, he wants my position in this company. And you know what? I'll give it to him.
Did I strike a nerve with you, Hangman? Good. I can tend to do that with people. I'm really good at my job. So are you. You're also great at kissing ass at your job.
He should want my position because every person in this building knows who the I am.
He woke up a former AEW World Tag Team Champion, a former AEW World Champion.
Them sound like fighting words to me, Hangman.
If he beats Adam Page clear in the middle of the ring, he deserves that title opportunity.
We do this when I say, where I say. In the city of Seattle, also known as whose house?
Do you know how many times I came into this building before anyone else and paced and looked and paced and thought, and how many times I went home and my wife had to pull me to the side and say, hey, you're putting too much into this. You're losing it a little bit. I need you here.
That's what it takes. You don't think I understand what that's like? I had a fiance. I got rid of her for this. I had a family. I got rid of them for this. I knew exactly what you're going through.
If you want my spot, come and try to take it. So many have, and nobody's done it. These people, they deserve the best of me.
It's life. What's a buckshot to a kill shot? And it's death.
You will get the best of Hangman.
And there's no in between.
For the AEW World Tag Team Championship, the champions FTR takes on Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, Aussie Open. Right now, no one can defeat FTR. Right now. Dax and Cash are wrestling at a level that I've never seen in tag team wrestling.
Make no mistake about it, FTR is next level.
FTR live, eat, breathe tag team wrestling. There is nothing more besides their families that they love than tag team wrestling.
Who's going to walk out of WrestleDream as the AEW Tag Team Champions? Only when the champions are the best tag team in the world in FTR. And you look at their legacy as champions and what they've proved time and time again. It's very hard to bet against Wheeler and Harwood. It's an old Chinese proverb. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
FT, are you paying attention?
Aussie Open have been taking more than one step towards the AEW tag team titles. They could shock the world.
They're going to look to overachieve. They have the talent and the ability to do it.
When it comes to FTR, we can respect what they've done for tag team wrestling, but what we cannot respect is them going around and calling themselves the best tag team in the world, because they are not.
For FTR, 2022 was the year that we wanted to prove ourselves as the greatest tag team in the world. One match that stands above almost all the other ones we had was Aussie Open in London for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. For 38 minutes, we fought those guys. They almost beat us. And now a year to the day, October 1st, 2023. But this time is for the richest prize in professional wrestling, the AEW World Tag Team Championship. There's a lot of parallels between FTR and Aussie Open. We've been the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, so have they.
You've won the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, so have we. I'm on my hands and knees right now, I'm begging you. I want the biggest, baddest bastard tag team in the world.
The story of Aussie Open isn't monumental mountains that we climb again and again.
We're gonna beat you again, 1 year later.
We work harder than anybody in this business to show that we're the best tag team going in the world today.
If you don't bring that dog October 1st, we are everything we say we are! Don't even show up. Top guys, out.
Chris Statlander defends the AEW TBS Championship against Julia Hart of the House of Black.
Little girl, you are so young and naive. Didn't even see your full potential until he showed you. Now, you are reborn and finally free. Behind that mask, you are the princess of the Black Throne, keeper of secrets. You see, behind all their masks, all their lies, all their crimes, it's time to expose them. The world needs to hear your voice. Only you see your full potential. Expose the others, and they shall see. You are more than a little girl.
Do you see this? This violence will not end!
Julia Hart thinks that she found her full potential now that she's joined the House of Black, and sure, maybe you have gotten a little bit more intense, a little more intimidating.
Over 24 bodies stacked, and this will not end until we get to the one.
You've always been someone that needed someone behind you. Can you stand on your own, Julia?
The last lost Chris Statlander.
And I think deep down inside, you're just a scared little girl that always needs guidance. I don't think you've proven that you can handle being a champion.
Put your TBS title on the line.
The balls, the nerve to not only have you call me out when I wasn't even there, but you had Brody King do it for you.
Remember, Chris, the house always wins.
You couldn't even stand out there and look me in the eye and call out a championship match all on your own.
Since joining House of Black, Julia Hart is a completely different person than we knew from before, and not only that, a completely different competitor. Somebody that has become ruthless, somebody that has become brutal.
Julia, I think you definitely have way more potential now than you ever did before. You're on a 20-plus match winning streak right now. Last time you've lost was to me.
Chris Statlander has never had a run quite like this in professional wrestling. Undefeated over the last 5 months. The dominant TBS champion. Julia Hart has a chance to end this. Julia Hart has a chance to embarrass Chris Statlander.
Julia says she's more than a little girl. Sure, great. I say that I'm more than a woman. I don't want to have to make an example out of Julia Hart at WrestleDream, but I have to. I am a fighting champion. I am the fighting champion. And a spooky little bitch like you is no match for Chris Statlander.
An incredible four-way tag team match where the winner gets a shot at the World Tag Team title at any time. And this match features the Young Bucks, the Guns, the Lucha Brothers, and the team of Hook and Orange Cassidy.
Hey, we should do a tag match or something.
Yeah.
Four-way tag team match to determine the #1 contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. It'll be Orange Cassidy and Hook versus the Guns versus the Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks. The BTE Trigger!
What a shot. Talk about impact. I'm impressed by what the Guns just did. Austin and Colton, they got it done. Oh, Lord! Another great brother tag team here in the Lucha Bros.
There will be 3 former AEW World Tag Team Champions competing in this four-way match to determine #1 contenders. But the team I think with the most momentum is Orange Cassidy and Hook.
ROH World Champion and NJPW Strong Openweight Champion Eddie Kingston battles title versus title against ROH Pure Champion Katsuyori Shibata.
And he's done it! He looked in the mirror, climbed the mountain, and vanquished his greatest foe.
Now I know I gotta defend this championship and this championship.
The Ring of Honor World Championship, New Japan Strong Openweight Championship, Shibata, Kingston, double title match.
That man represents the spirit of Inoki, the fighting spirit, the strong style spirit.
He is my roots. I'm ready to inherit and take over.
The Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Champion could assemble a modern Triple Crown.
I respect Eddie Kingston, but I plan to win.
Everyone else can talk about all these other matches on the show. Me and Shibata, what we care about is fighting and winning. What we care about is showing that professional wrestling is our martial art. Professional wrestling, like Inoki-san would say, is strong.
It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a fight.
For the ROH World Tag Team Championship, it'll be a 2-on-1 matchup. How about this? AEW World Champion MJF will go it alone without his injured partner Adam Cole, and he will defend the title against Vincent and Dutch, the Righteous.
See what I'm saying? Mr. MJF. Mr. Cole. We have one question to ask you two. Do you ache for a feeling that you fake to feel?
Boys, just like everyday society, all the fake people of the world are bonded by materialistic things, just like the two of you. And we're gonna rip apart the bond that keeps you two together, which just happens to be the ROH World Tag Team Championships.
Death walks. See what I'm saying?
I think the biggest hurdle that Adam Cole and MJF have faced is all the background noise. It's all the chatter.
These two men realize how much their friendship means to one another. That bond, that trust is strengthened, and their work as a tag team is strengthened.
Who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby? Unfortunately, this is a sad chapter of the story.
Adam Cole is a hero, coming out to the aid of MJF while he is in a submission chokehold.
And because we can't defend these titles, guys, unfortunately, we have to relinquish. Whoa, 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 whoa! I know how much those ROH tag team titles mean to you. I want to make sure when you come back, these will be waiting for you. I am going to defend our ROH titles in a handicap match, and we are going to win because we're better than you, baby!
Can he hang on to those titles by himself?
I think it's very ambitious to defend those titles against the Righteous in a handicap match.
Devil or not, nobody can hurt the two of us any more than we can hurt ourselves.
But I don't believe in the devil, man! We're here to tell you the truth.
They've been very successful. They're very bizarre, really bizarre.
We don't need to physically hurt the two of you. We just think it.
We've seen the Righteous in their time in Ring of Honor, and now their time in AEW, that they're an incredible tag team. They came away with a victory over one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Vincent has just pinned Jeff Hardy.
So what power do you really think you have over us?
This is really gonna show us what the real salt of the earth that we get from MJF. He's gonna really have to dig down deep with this one, having Adam Cole out on the sidelines.
He's out and MJF is done.
Well, you two don't have to worry about self-destruct anymore, because old Vincent and Dutch are here to purify the two of you and take away those Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships.
Dig what I'm saying, baby?
And in a grudge match, Absolute Ricky Starks faces Wheeler Yuta.
I survived tonight. I didn't lose, I survived. Period. The end. Bryan Danielson, you have never tapped me out. And you've never pinned me. So as far as I'm concerned, in the ranking system, it goes Absolute Ricky Starks and you, Bryan Danielson.
Ricky. Easy, man. I come in peace. Look, you're right. You did survive. And I'm man enough to admit when I was wrong, and I was wrong out there for what I did. I put my hands on you because the fight was over, but you just wanted to show my man some respect.
Let me tell you something. The next time, no, I don't want that. The next time you put your hands on me, I'm gonna make sure that you don't walk out of that ring on your own accord. You understand me, Yuta?
All right, Ricky, I tried to be the bigger man, but I guess you didn't like that. So how about I tell you how I really feel about you? I think you're an entitled prick. I think you are all style, you are no substance. All you do is whine, complain, and moan. You couldn't get up there. You couldn't get up after everything Bryan dished out. Guess what? I get up every damn day. They beat my ass, they put me in the ground, and I stand up because it makes me stronger, and I don't think you have the balls to do that, Ricky. But if you disagree with me, why don't we find out October 1st in Seattle?
Christian Cage reluctantly puts his TNT title on the line in a 2 out of 3 fall match against Seattle native Darby Allin.
The true greats are always 2 steps ahead.
The camera.
The official didn't see it.
We have a new TNT champion.
I promise you this. I will take this championship to new heights. And we will remain the face of TNT now and forever.
The TNT Championship used to mean something.
This championship is worthy of the man that carries it, and that's me.
Say it now! Who is the TNT champion? Darby Allin did all he could, no doubt about it.
The only time I felt validated when I became TNT champion. If I have to go through Christian to feel validated once more, so be it. I've waited to be in the main event of an AEW show for so long. My whole entire life, I never felt good enough. There was always a voice in the back of my head saying, you shouldn't be here. You don't deserve any of this. But like I said, the only time I felt validated was when I was TNT champion. Then you got a guy like Christian Cage. He's got the one thing that made me feel like I meant in this whole entire world.
I don't care, Darby. I'm just cementing my legacy. I know in my heart, Darby, that you're nowhere near the man that I am.
The true patriarch of AEW.
Nick Wayne, I understand your father is dead. If you play your cards right, kid, I'll be there to mentor you, the TNT champion.
And I would like to dedicate this victory to Nick Wayne's mom and to Nick Wayne's late father, Buddy.
Buddy Wayne, that man changed my life. But I told myself, I'm gonna look after Nick.
You think you're helping that boy? You're not the mentor that he needs. He needs a champion. He needs a real man. Someone that doesn't paint his face to hide his true identity. You think I hide behind this face, I do! You're nowhere near the wrestler that I am. I asked for this 2 out of 3 match because I want to see what you can do when you actually wrestle.
2 out of 3 falls? I am not losing in Seattle.
You're never gonna be a champion, period, as long as I'm in AEW.
Darby Allin is not gonna go away until I make him go away. And you wanna know what the end game is? You said that death doesn't frighten you. You even embrace it at times. At WrestleDream in Seattle, Washington, in your hometown, I'd like to know if you're gonna feel the same way when you realize that your career is dead.
You haven't seen until you wrestle Darby in Seattle. At WrestleDream, in the main event, you are fighting someone that you've never seen before.
This is the perfect ending for you, Darby. In your hometown, in front of your family, your friends. You are gonna fall at the feet of the reigning, defending TNT champion, Christian Cage.
It's AEW's first ever WrestleDream, live tonight on pay-per-view. Once again, if you're planning to join us live tonight in Seattle, the Climate Pledge Arena, get your tickets at AEWTIX.com and come early. The event begins for you at 4 p.m. local time. WrestleDream is available on Bleacher Report, also on traditional cable and satellite providers, also at select Dave & Buster's and select Tom's Watch Bars, and over 200 theaters, including select AMC, Cinemark, and Regal locations, among others. Internationally, on FIGHT.tv, PPV.com, YouTube, and select countries. Once again, 8/7 Central tonight for WrestleDream, preceded by our pregame show 0 Hour at 7/6 Central on our YouTube channel. We honor the past and the present in wrestling and bring you WrestleDream tonight only on pay-per-view. I'm Tony Schiavone. Look forward to seeing you there. We are AEW.